The Zagg's rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zagg's rank buys.
Once again, we find ourselves learning about a couple of more aggressive growth stocks from our aggressive growth stock strategist, Brian Bolin. So this first one that you're going to talk about, Zagg Incorporated, I've never heard of it, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right. So Zagg is, one of those lesser-known names. It's a little bit of a smaller cap, and what they do is they make shields and guards for cell phones.
Okay.
So what happens with a company like this is, they're very much beholden to a very large cell phone maker that has a very specific cycle for selling phones.
Right.
And that would be Apple. And they have, there's talk that the 7 is outselling the 8, and then there's people lining up around the block for the X, and the X is delayed.
Right.
X or 10, I don't know.
However you pronounce it.
Which do you want to call it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Are you going to get one?
I'll say X.
You say X? Okay.
Yeah, because I've already X'd it off.
You've already X'd it off your list, all right? No.
But that's me.
Just
so.
you're right. And it's like,
Not a slur on the product. Don't call in, okay?
Right. And you have a phone already. Maybe it has a case, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do that, because they've dropped them, and these, the X or the 10 is worth costs $1,000. You don't want to risk breaking it.
Right. And that's all I do is talk on the telephone. It's because it's what it was invented for.
Right. You don't drop it, or you don't have the apps, you don't have the things.
Whatever they put there automatically is there, but I don't go on the internet and do other stuff with it. So.
Okay. Well, that's just you.
Screen is too small. I'm getting old. Can't see that small anymore.
I'm getting old with you, Terry. Beats the alternative, right?
They say, yeah.
All right. So Zagg is a Zagg's rank number 2 strong buy. It was a Zagg's rank number 1 strong buy yesterday, but it just dipped below when I picked this stock. So it's a Zagg's rank number 2 buy. It is the A for growth because this is aggressive growth. And let's take a look at the estimates and how they've moved up. We can see for this year they've moved up from 85 cents to 99 cents. It's a pretty nice move here. And then $1.12 to $1.27 next year. We see a lot of beats, 3 beats over the last 3 quarters, 3 out of the last 4, we'll call it, and this last one's a pretty big disappointment. But, about a month ago, this was the Zagg's bull of the day, and I wrote this on November 14th. And I noticed that I wrote it, a few months ago, and the stock is up 103% since then. Let's take a look at the chart. It's like, woo! It's this big move straight up here on this stock, basically in the 9s, a little bit 8 and change to 21 today. That is quite a move, and that is clearly driven by all this concern around the iPhones. Is the 7 selling more than the 8, and which case are people buying? The stock market is telling you that people are buying cases for the 7, for the 8, for the 10, and then some.
For phones they don't have.
For phones they don't have. Or the idea is expected that people that are going to be buying all these iPhone X's or 10s, they will be buying cases because of the expensive nature for it. That's why I think this stock still has legs. Could see still another 50% increase in this one.
Wow. After that big run-up, another 50%.
Another 50%. Could take that stock up to $30.
Yeah, good to see they're not zigging when they should be zagging.
Zagging, right. I knew that was coming.
All right, I couldn't resist. Micron Technology, provider of advanced semiconductor solutions.
Right. MU is the ticker here, and chips have been hot, for the last year or 2. Obviously, this is another one of the chip names. This one it held its rank as Zagg's number 1 strong buy. It has the A for growth that I always love to see, an A for value. I don't necessarily dislike.
Happy about that, are you?
I don't dislike the A in value, but I like the F in value because it tells me that I'm in the right path for growth.
Got a VGM of A too. How do you like that?
That's all right. The momentum is more about the earnings grades here, so we'll take it or leave it. To be honest with you, why it is Zagg's rank number 1 is because the earnings estimates just keep on moving up. And if we look over the last 90 days for Micron, it has moved from 590 to 767. That is just a gigantic move here. next year it hasn't seen the same move, and it almost looks like there's a little bit of earnings contraction, so to speak, for next year. But this is obviously a fiscal year issue. There isn't a lot of visibility yet for the August 2019 year end here. But you know, clearly they're saying for the next year or so for Micron, it looks great. If we look at the chart here, if you bought this gigantic dip in Micron, you are super happy. Stock still looks like it's moving up. Estimates still moving higher. There is plenty of room to run. JP Morgan recently put a higher price target on this stock, moved it up to 55 from 50. And with the stock at 45 now, good chance that that thing gets there by the end of the first quarter of next year.
Wow. Another interesting little
Another interesting, lots of excitement, lots of potential big moves in these aggressive growth names. But that's why they are aggressive growth.
Do you own them?
I do not own either one of these.
All right. Well, thanks for the info. Meantime, always more stock information on our website, Zaggs.com. Get over to the homepage and check it all out with Brian. I'm Terry Ruffalo.